Hello everyone, welcome to this AWS series, the cloud series. I have created one Word file, the clouds hands-on, and in this Word file I will one by one note down the task, and in this task we will work the practically onto the stuffs like which type of the task you will get into the organization or into the company whenever you go for the work, or if you are working on any freelancing project then also you have to do that. So there are many theories are available on YouTube and for on other resources. Videos are also available. Documents are also there, but practical tasks are very less. So we will just discuss on the task and we will practically work on that. You can also do the practice by your own self. So this is the today's task. Today's date is 5 August 2021. I'm recording this video. So this is a real world task for VPC. What we will do, so there are 8 steps I have already marked here. So the first step, like I will create the we have to create the new IAM user with VPC permission only, right? So assume like this new user will be responsible for networking. Second task will be the create a custom VPC, but before of that we will log in into this console by using our the IAM user which we have created in the step 1. In the step 2, we will create one VPC. In step 2, we will create 2 public subnets and 2 private subnets. Then after we will create the route table, then the create the internet gateway and attach an internet gateway with the new VPC which we have created in this point number 2, and associate that route table with the subnet. So in this case, like associate means we have to publish that particular route or the subnet. So let me clear like I'm also doing this task newly. So might be some errors are there or I have to do the t-shirt because this is the real time scenario. This is not something like I have done the practice previously and later then I'm doing this task. I have just got this task from one of my friend and I'm recording this video right now. So I'm going to the AWS, and here you can see like this is my user account. I'm currently in the North Virginia region, right? If I just click here, and so this is the dashboard of AWS, and if I will go to the IAM, so this is IAM because our first task like we have to create a new user which have the VPC policy access. So I go to the user. So these are few IAM related dashboard. Users are their roles, policies. If you don't know about that, then I will recommend it. Must go to the IAM policy. Do that. I will go here, add user. We will give the name VPC admin, right? And access type, we will give the AWS management. Password, let me create the password for that. I've created the password. Okay. And no, required password. Reset password doesn't required. Okay, it must contain at least, no problem. Yep. Next, I'm going to the permission. So in the permission, there are 3 options are already there as you have worked in the past on the IAM. So you already know about that. So add user to the groups. So already I have created few groups, but we don't want that user to any groups. So I'm just directly go to the attach existing policy directly. And here I will type VPC, and you can see like this user have Amazon VPC full access, read-only access and management. Yeah, so I think full access will be the good for us. Next I'm go for the tag, and here I'm going the tag, what type of tags we can assign. Test, okay, purpose, VPC test user. Okay, I'm going to the preview, and this is VPC admin AWS with password custom and console. Okay, yep, permission boundary is not set. We haven't set the permission boundary. We don't have the time right now to do that entire things that we will see in the IAM related labs. So manage policy, so I have given the access Amazon VPC full access. Create user, and let me download the CSV file. Okay, and I'm just going to close this one. Now our second task will be, we have to log in to the IAM console by using that new user VPC admin. You can see it is created, and now I'm going to the sign in to the console. Account number might be already there. If it is not there, then I will put yes, it is there, VPC admin, and I'm putting the password. And you can see I'm able to log into this thing right now. So this user have, as example, like I will go to the EC2, then I don't know like the EC2 related permission that user have or not, because we only give the permission related to the VPC. I'm just doing for the testing. Okay, resources, instance, okay, launch instance, okay. I'm just checking like the user which I have created, it's properly assigned with that policy or not. So it's a free eligible. I'm check this one, describe, okay. Okay, you are not authorized to perform this operation, right? Okay, now that's good then. The policy is working properly. Now I'm going to the VPC. Here the directly VPC option is available. You can type from here as well. So VPC, and our second task, let's check what we have done. Like we will create a custom VPC to public subnet to private subnet, and this is the diagram. Let me show you that one. So this is our AWS region on which we are working right now, this particular borderline, right? And this one is the VPC which we will create right now. And in the VPC there are subnets are there. So there are subnet 1 and the subnet 2. So we will create two different subnets. In the private we will create the two subnet. In the public also we will create the two subnets. And in this entire VPC have /16 network allowed, and we will create the subnet of /24. So that also we will note down in one Excel file. So it will be good for the best practice, like whenever we are creating the new VPC and the network. So in that case, it will save our time, and also it's less chance like we can create some mistake while creating the VPC in the real world in the production, right? So this is diagram. This one is the router. We can call this virtual router if you are aware about the networking concept. So if you want to go from one network to the different network, so in that case, one L3 routing device should be there. So once we will create the subnet, so automatically that virtual router will create. And our one task is like we have to create this internet gateway as well, because we want to go into the internet. So for that, internet gateway is also needed. So what we will do, uh, we will create one subnet 10.0.0, right? And for this particular network, the destination will be the local. And if we want to go to the internet from this subnet, from public subnet, so in that case, what we will do, like we will put the destination internet gateway. So for that, we have to create the internet gateway as well. So to communicate between these two subnet, like subnet 1 and subnet 2, this router will be there, this virtual router, and and the query will go from the subnet 1 to the virtual router, and it will redirect to the subnet 2. But in case this particular network want to communicate with this internet, so in that case this particular query will come here on the internet router. Later then it will go to the internet gateway and then on the internet, right? So let me go to the here. So here are few VPC related options are available. Launch VPC wizard. So VPC with public single public subnet, right? VPC with a public and private subnet, VPC with public and private subnet, and a hardware access. Like if you have any data center and you want to establish the VPN connectivity, then that type of wizard is also available. And VPC with private subnet only, and this particular hardware can access by using the VPN only. So we will not use this particular configuration wizard because we want to learn like how actually the things are working, right? So in that case, what we will do, I'm just click on cancel and exit, and here you can see the multiple options are available, and we will do this manually, not by using the wizard. If we will use the wizard, then it's a good once you learn how to create the VPC, but initially it's the best to do manually one by one, step by step. So if we will do any mistake, then also we will get some idea from that one, right? So I'm just going to here and let me show you how many VPCs we have right now. So once we will create the VPC, so in that case, we don't have any doubt. So one default VPC is there, one VPC is a control, and one is the Nugget VPC, NUG VPC1, right? Now I want to create one more VPC. So I'm just click here on that create VPC, and let me give the name my test VPC1. Okay, and as per this, let me just check the networks which I have assigned, so we will not do any mistake. Okay, 10 is already assigned there. Let me open the Excel sheet. Okay, so it is here. Let me minimize this one, and what we will do, so serial number, name, subnet, and type of the subnet means the it is the public subnet or it will be the private. So one, the name of the VPC we will give like test VPC1. Subnet we will give 10 dot, okay, /16 till /16. It is already there. 20 also I have assigned. Let me do one thing, 30.0.0 /16. This will be the entire subnet. We will give this for entire VPC full subnet. Now 3.0.1.0 3 dot, let me give 1, so it will be in the very good sequence. 3.2 3 dot, okay, it's not working like this. Control C, Control V, V, V. Right, so our target is like we will create two public subnet. So let me, sorry, this will be our, yeah, public and this will be our private subnet. And let me give the borders. Okay, so now it looks good, and this will be our name of the VPC. This is our subnet type, and that things we have given. Let me do some colorful things, right? And this is our entire VPC. So before creating a new VPC, it is always recommended to check like existing VPC have which subnet or the CIDR is in use. So 10.0 network 20.0 is already in use. So I will create this 30.0. Okay. Now I'm going to create VPC, and as per this Excel sheet, we will give my test VPC1. This will the name. Here we will give 30.0.0/16. No IPv6, Amazon provider, no IPv6 CID around by we, no nothing, and we want Tennessee, it's a default one. Okay, and the name, we have given the name. Here we will give the purpose, one more tag, purpose, and testing. Okay, and I'm just going here, and I will go to the, I clicked on the create VPC, and you can see the VPC has created. This is our VPC ID. Let me copy that one, and let me put here, Control V. Let me write down here, it's a VPC ID. So there will be the no chance to forget anything. That's why this Excel sheet will be the useful. This is currently available. Failed to load rule. Okay, Route 53, no problem. So this is our CIDR, and this is associated with it. Now we have created. Now we will go to the subnets. So one by one in this sequence we are go. If you see in the left hand side virtual private cloud, so we have clicked on the your VPC, we have created our own VPC, and now we are going to the subnets. So these are few existing subnets are there, and now I'm going to click here, and this is our test VPC1, right? And I'm just going to add the subnet, public subnet test VPC1, availability zone 1A, CIDR bullock 30.0, sorry, 30.1.0/0/24, and name we have already given, right? And we will create one more subnet, public VPC 2, same availability zone, CIDR will be the 10.30 dot, sorry, 30.2.0.0/24, and we don't want tag because already there. If I click, oh, CIDR is not within CIDR address from VPN. Oh, VPC, sorry. Here is the mistake. Same thing I have to change on our Excel sheet as well. Yep. Creating subnet. Meanwhile, let me come here, and if If you know about this CIDR, then you know like what mistake I have done, because this is not part of that particular subnet which I have created. If you don't know CIDR, no problem. Many videos are there onto the YouTube. You can learn by watching that one. Okay, so two subnets are ready with 251 IP addresses because 6 IP addresses are reserved. Okay, file to one operation get subnet CIDR is you are not author. Okay. I'm not doing anything. Okay. By mistake, I think I have clicked somewhere. Let me click on this subnet. Ah, let me copy this. Thirty dot 10 lost 24. Let me go back. And this is my second subnet. I'm just going to copy that one. I will go here. I will put here, and this is subnet ID of the my two public subnets. I will again go to the subnets and let me check like it is allowed me or not to do this particular task. Let me click on refresh. Okay, public test and control C. And where is the second one? That's why ID is needed, right? Which we are not down. It's 0D7. 0D7. Okay, this one is here. Yeah, perfect. So two public subnets has created. Again, I'm going to here the subnet, create subnet, and this time we will do what we'll do. We'll create this two subnet. This is the private one. So VPC, again the test VPC, and subnet name private subnet VPC test one. Let me check the previous one, so it will be the same format only. I don't want to break the chain. Control C.